Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday night call. I'm glad you're here, and I know other people will be joining us in a minute. I just want to let everybody know that we are here and excited, and it's very interactive. So if you have something you'd like to say, just raise your hand, and we will call on you. We have an upcoming training on October 18th in Everett, and that starts at 9 o'clock, I believe, or is it 10? 9 or 10. Anyway, information will be coming 10 o'clock. It'll be coming out, so that would be great. And it's not only a program presentation, but also health coach training. So it's always wonderful information. So I want to introduce Judy, our global director, and we're really excited that you're all here. Be sure that if you're not talking, that would you mute yourself so we don't have outside information, outside noise coming in. Thank you so much. Julie.
Great, thank you. That was Regional Director Vicki Hagan, by the way, for those of you that don't know her. She's a fabulous trainer, and she's got a great growing business, and we're happy to have her on our team. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So excited you're here. We have an awesome call tonight. We are exploding. This business, this work you guys are doing now is you're going to see it just catapulting forward. And we're bringing on coaches and clients and really spreading hope and health across America. So before I get moving any further, Vicki reminded you of October 18th. Chelsea, did you have any events that you wanted to invite people to? And if anyone has a healthy happy hour that's open to everyone, if you want to go ahead and raise your hand and pipe in with that too.
So I do have two events also on different days. Nick and Sarah and Matt and I are co-hosting a healthy happy hour next Tuesday, the 7th at 7 o'clock in Stanwood, which is really exciting. We're going to have this in a tea room called Tea with Your Dragon. It's a fantastic little shop. It's going to be really neat and just about an hour long, so we'll keep it short and sweet and everybody can go home and go to bed. The other event we have is in Marysville, and that's Thursday night on October 16th, and that also starts at 7 o'clock, and we also keep those fairly short. And both events are open to anybody, well, really anybody. And bring your guests, bring your people that you want, your clients, your coaches, whoever. So the more people, the better. And both events are posted in the global team page, so I'll make sure that they're there. So we would really like an RSVP just for planning. So that'd be great.
Great. Now, is there going to be food there?
For Tuesday night, yes. Our regular monthly Thursday night events, we don't have food available like that. It's more of a program and opportunity presentation. Tuesday night, though, is a healthy happy hour with snacks and some beverages.
Let's just touch on that. Let's talk about the difference between those two kind of events. You want to help me talk about that? The healthy happy hours are actually a happy hour. You're providing healthy food for people so they can see how fun and easy it is to actually go to events and stay on program and or eat healthy, make healthy choices in maintenance. And it's super fun. I personally put on 5 of those this month. And the first one was a little shaky. We had to change of locations, and that was a little kind of crazy. But the rest of them, we had 15 or more people to every one, and it was really exciting. And Vicki, our one last night, we had 20 people. So that was great. And she says, here we got this big house. I think we need a bigger house. Anyway, so those are really great. And you said you posted them on the team Facebook page, on the health coach page. Chelsea, your events?
Yes.
Okay. And I think Vicki said she might be having one in October as well. So if that's open to everyone, just go ahead and post that, and we'll be sure and get the word out. And so with that, also I want to talk a little bit about how you're inviting and promoting your events. Because if you remember, we're going back to simplicity. We literally have the company doing everything for us. They're sending out emails for us. They're setting up our clients for success. We've got the tools of the blogs that are going out daily to our clients. They're really basically doing the coaching and teaching the habits of health for us. And so as health coaches—
Julie, all of a sudden we can't hear you.
Really? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
That it must be your computer. Can everybody raise your hand if you can hear me? Okay, everyone but Chelsea can hear me.
Now we're good. Sorry about that.
Anyway, so the company has really done this up so nicely for us that really all we need to do is build relationships and promote events. The events are where people really can see the validity of what we're doing, the community of people, and the lives that are changing, both in helping. Is somebody's got some background noise? If you want to just mute yourself if you're not talking, and that'd be great. Thank you. And so what we really want to do is focus on those two things. You're, of course, building business relationships is going to be just going out there and making friends. People are going to see what's going on in your life, see what you're excited about, and they're naturally going to be curious. And then when they're ready, you're going to help them get started. We're just getting ourselves healthy and teaching other people how to do what we just did. So that part is the fun, easy part. And promoting the events takes a little bit of discipline. It's going to be about picking up that phone and really going, hey, I got this event coming up. Do you want to go? And the phone is the most important tool that we have. We can send out blast emails. We can do Facebook events. We can put it on our newsletter. We can do all of that promo. But the real key to it is the phone call. And so, you know, Matt and Chelsea are stellar at this. I mean, they really have taken what we've been teaching and run with it. And the follow-up is key. Texting is really valuable right now. Everybody's starting to text, and you know, whether you do a text first and follow up with a phone call, or a phone call and then follow up with a text. Chelsea and Matt, what have you found as far as your follow-up? I'd love for you to share real quick. I know you guys have been signing up a few clients. Follow-up works, doesn't it? Wow. And also getting a lot of people to some events. So could you touch on that, Chelsea and Matt, of what's working for you guys and what's really been fun with having the success that you've had?
That's a really great topic, because in the last 2 years, I thought back, and Julie always asks this question when I'm struggling with something. She goes, what worked for you in the past? Well, picking up the phone, and then especially if I'm inviting them to an event, I text them the day of and I say, I'm really excited to see you at our event tonight. Starts at blah, 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 and here's the address. Like, I just send a grateful text that they're coming. I tell them why I'm excited to see them if they're friends of mine. And that's a great reminder. But for me, Facebook events are just an information source. So, you know, I can text them the link to that if they want the details or whatever. It's not a great way to get people to an event. And it's just one tool. Just like flyers are great information sources, but they're not going to get anybody to an event. You really have to make connections. So, you know, for example, I posted a flyer at our CrossFit gym today about the Healthy Happy Hour, since it's literally a block away. But nobody's going to come from our CrossFit group unless I personally invite them. So because that flyer is there, I'm going to reach out to a few of our people that we've really gotten to know for the last year and say, hey, oh my gosh, we're having a Healthy Happy Hour. You've been curious about what we do as health coaches. It's right down the street in your neck of the woods next Tuesday. So when I have an event, it gives me a reason to call people. And so that is what I've been using events for. And that's why we continue to host them every month with our team. And we go to the one in Everett every month because it's so helpful. And I got away from follow-up for quite a while there. And so what Julie was talking about was I messaged her today and I said, oh my gosh, follow-up works. I forgot for a while what was working, and follow-up is key. So I literally printed out a bunch of blank potential client forms. I've been filling them out like mad because I've been chatting with a lot of new people on Facebook. And when they want to know about Take Shape, I get it off of Facebook. I set an appointment with them on the phone. I get their number and they get a potential client form and I take notes. And then that goes into my binder and I follow up with them and I set appointments. So my goal really is just to set an appointment. I don't have any other expectation than that. So that's kind of my little thing that's been going on for me the last couple weeks is follow up.
I heard a lot of great things in what you just said. And what I heard was that you're not being attached to the outcome also. What you're doing is you're just filling up your pre-client folder. And that's what we talked about on this call last week, about just simply making friends. You guys, we're not out here selling anything. We're not talking anybody into it. I know you've heard me say this before, but I've sat across many people or on the phone and said, if you're waiting for me to talk you into this, it's not going to happen. That's not what we do. What we do is assist people find out what it is they want and find out which part of that is a match for what we do. And, all roads do lead to Take Shape for Life, because healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances, healthy sleep habits, healthy stress, it's all of that is what people are looking for. We just have to ask enough questions to find out, A, what they're looking for, B, what's missing in their life that they wish they had, how long has it been that they had that before, how that would make them feel if they had that again, and also if they're ready, if they're willing to make some changes. Itty bitty changes could be a start. And that's why it's so cool that we have the free ebook, where if you see that they're not quite ready, you can go, hey, why didn't I just send you a free ebook? You can start with that. And what that ebook is meant to do is just get them in the mood. If you follow up with them and say, hey, did you get that email? I sent you that free ebook as my gift. Did you have any time to look at it? If they haven't even looked at it, then you kind of know what scale to put them on and go, well, would you like me to follow up? When do you think you're going to look at that? I know that you said X, Y, and Z was important. We were talking about you want to be there for your grandkids when you get older, living a longer life, and or having the energy to keep up with them. Is that still the case? And is that something that you want to work on now in your life? And you just keep asking them of what they told you. You're not putting that in their head. They're telling you, and you're just mirroring, reminding them, is that still the case? And they may say, you know what, that doesn't matter to me right now. I'm just not ready. And great. Would you like me to touch base with you so that I'm here for you when you are ready? You know what? 95% of people say yes, please. And those are the people, they could be oldie moldy. Like I said, I just signed up somebody that I'd been talking to since January, and she just wasn't ready. I signed up people that I'd been talking to for 2 years, and I can't tell you how many people have told me, thank you so much for not giving up on me. I would have never called you, but thank you for calling me. I'm finally ready. So it's just a matter of cultivating those relationships, taking really good notes, so that when you call, you can say, last time I talked to you, you were having surgery on your knee, or whatever it is that was stopping them from moving forward in their health. And that's what's really, really been key for me. We had a global Zoom meeting this morning, and man, I had some takeaways, you guys. I can't even list them all. But one of them that is going to really apply to what we're talking about tonight is playing with the numbers. It's really a numbers game. It's an 80-20 rule. If you talk to 100 people, 20 of those people are probably going to be ready now. If you are talking to pre-coaches, and if you're talking to 10 people about the coaching opportunity over the course of time, probably at least 2 of those are going to want to sign up as health coach. It may take a little bit of time building the relationship and them seeing what that looks like as a coach, because people don't really know what we do. I mean, whether you're a ditch digger or the president of a bank, none of us have ever done this. So we're all brand new, and we're all on an even scale. So for you to gradually show somebody what coaching looks like, and then they're finally ready to go, you know what, I'm ready to take the step. Maybe it's just to have 5 clients and $300 to $500 extra dollars a month or whatever, and gradually move into it. Vicki, we had a very successful meeting at your house last night, and we were playing afterwards. We had about 45 minutes of coach training, and we were playing with the numbers of what people actually had extra time in their life. Right. And Vicki, you want to share what your numbers came out and how that applies to what you actually accomplished to become a regional director with a full-time job?
Well, absolutely. You know, it was kind of shocking. I ended up having, I think it was 24 hours after everything else was subtracted. And you know, that is what I have used 15 to 20 hours a week or less. Some weeks are less, some weeks are right there. And I've become a regional director using those hours, having a full-time job all last year. So, you know, it's not about how much time, is how you utilize your time and what you do with that time. So when you're very productive and using high-end activities during that time, then you're going to be successful. And of course, we all know one of the biggest ones to use, as Chelsea was talking about, is the phone. You're
Yeah.
building relationships, you're on the phone. So you're making those phone calls, you know, and I find that if you think about it as a big picture, I've got all these people to call, it can be overwhelming. If you just break it down that I'm going to call 5 people every day, it's not so overwhelming, you know, and you just make that really a productive amount of time. So I think it was an eye-opener for all of us, you know, looking at our amount of time. And because when people say, gosh, I don't have very much time, well, how much time does it really take?
It really doesn't take that long. And you know, you had big goals, and so you wanted to put a lot more. I mean, people have built huge businesses with 10 hours a week.
Yeah.
And you know, it's because I always loved it when you said, you know, yeah, on my lunch hour, I go out to my car, I have my meal replacement or whatever, and I'm making phone calls. And part of how you did your client calls was you would just look on your email and see whose order, you know, we get a copy of the email that says, your client's order is going to batch in 7 days. Your client's order is going to batch in 4 days. And you were using those and going, oh, I'll call that person. Oh, I'll call that person. And then, which brings me to something that I think our team has specifically, I'm seeing a trend that we have done a little bit of dropping the ball on. And I want to really, really bring this up to the forefront, is teaching how to refer. If you're not getting 2 to 3 referrals from every client, we need to take a look at. And I'm coaching myself too, you guys. Seriously. So the reality of it is most people refer 2 to 3 people. If they aren't, it's because we're not training them how to. Because trust me, people are watching. And people are noticing, people around. And if we're not training our clients how to talk to other people about it, and letting them know, listen, you're going to either get a $25 referral credit cash on your account, or you may want to coach them yourself and give yourself the money instead of giving me the money that you're going to get coaching them. And, but really asking enough questions, teaching them how to refer. Listen, mind if we talk about this a little bit, because this is going to help solidify your journey if you have people around you getting healthy. It's not just to give me the referral or for you to coach them. It's for you really to start forming a community of people around you that are doing what you're doing, having fun, moving forward in your life, and building some personal growth and goals in your life. So if you're teaching people how to refer, you want to get what's in it for them if they're going to refer. That's what everybody's about. Well, what's in it for me? So when you're referring, when you're teaching, you're literally asking them, what are they saying to people? And asking them, well, how do you think it would benefit you if you were to have other people around you that were excited about doing the same thing you're doing? And let them tell you what that would do for them in their life. Because back to, okay, now it's their idea, right? Now they're going, well, if I had other people do it, it wouldn't be so hard at work because I'd have some buddy system going on. Or, you know, maybe my neighbor would start walking with me, or, you know, maybe we could, you know, I'd have somebody that I could, you know, really talk to about this, and it would help me. And then it moves on to you. And what do you think? How do you think it would change their life if they were to have some of their friends join them? And you start getting into people's other worlds. And always ask enough questions of how it's going to benefit them to have a buddy system, to have their mom or their sister or their their coworker or their friend or their family on it with them so that it becomes their idea. That's just what we do with our clients as well. When we're saying, if you were to lose that 50 or 10 pounds, how would that make you feel? How would your life be different? And how would it be different to have a plan? Well, by referring people and having a community of people around them, how would that solidify your own plan? How would that help you to stay on track? Even nobody's going to be perfect, and none of us want to be. But don't you think we've got a little bit more cards stacked in our favor if we've got some friends and family around us doing that and encouraging us, having somebody to do, go on a bike ride with you, or, rather than go, oh, it's just easy by myself to not do it, right? So does anybody have anything they can add to that to help? Because remember, this is a very interactive call. We're learning from each other. And I'd love to hear some other thoughts on what success people have had, or if you have questions on, really how do I do that, or what's going on with that as far as referrals go.
I wanted to share something real quick about referrals that I found is so powerful. And when I talk to someone about how to refer, I explain why we don't say Medifast, and I tell them what happens with that. So when someone's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this, I'm sharing it with so-and-so and so-and-so, because they understand that it's going to benefit them by creating a support network, I say, well, what are you telling them? They say, oh my gosh, I show them my bar, and they're just kind of confused, but they know I'm doing Medifast. I'm like, oh, okay, can I give you a suggestion? They say, sure. Say, okay, great. So when people hear the word Medifast, you know what they do? They Google it, they go to medifast.com, and they order a diet. And then they do a diet, and then they get the statistics of a diet, which is 85% failure rate. So here's what we recommend. And then I walk them through, just let them know you have a free health coach that would be willing to work with them, and then we can find what tools match in their life based on what goals they have. And we'll do all the heavy lifting. You don't have to explain a thing. It takes the pressure off of you. It takes the pressure off of them. If you ask them if it's okay for us to have their number, it's really hard for some people to call a stranger about a sensitive topic. So that's what we recommend, and then they can really figure out what might be a fit. And literally, that kind of covers almost all of the things that happen when you have someone that goes buys a Medifast without a health coach, and then you have to recover them and all that stuff that happens. So is that what you were looking for?
Yep. Vicki, what did you have to add to that?
Well, I also wanted to mention, not only do we not want them to say Medifast, we also don't even really want them to say Take Shape for Life, because they will go in and Google that and may sign up. And then again, you've got to go through the whole recovery process.
Well,
So,
I'm going to stop you right there, because I don't want to get too caught up in going, we don't want to say that, we don't want to say that. I'm loud and proud. We use Medifast as a tool. Take Shape for Life is awesome. We are the professionals of the future. We're healthcare professionals that are in preventative medicine, and that's what we do for a living, and we're here to help. The reality of it is that the client, it's just human nature with all the internet world that we have. Somehow we think if we get on the computer, we're going to get a better deal. So
right.
You just cut to the chase, and you're not saying don't say this and don't say that, because frankly, you guys, I've counseled on this as well, is that never go to the don't side. Always go to the do side.
Right.
If you're telling someone don't say Medifast and don't say Take Shape for Life, don't think about a pink elephant right now. I mean, really, what are you thinking about right now?
Yeah.
So what you're doing is you're saying, listen, can I coach you on how to be more effective to help your friends and family? And if you just let them know that I'm complimentary with this program, and I know I've been there, I've done that, I'm a client myself, I know how to get them all the best deals. I know exactly what they need to start their program. Because I've been there, I do that. I pay the same for the food as everybody else does, but I know how to get them the best deals. That has been the most effective thing ever, because then they're like, Well, then I don't have to worry about Googling it. And that's the real truth, you guys. We know how to get them all the best deals. We know every program out there. And for what, Medifast isn't offering anything different than we are. In fact, we have so many more tools. We know exactly what they need to be successful long-term on their program. And we're going to hold their hand and do it for them, then do it with them and watch them do it so that they can be a successful client and get them fully integrated so that we can guide them into, if it's a match, to be a successful health coach by doing it for them, doing it with them, and then watching them do it, and then teaching them how to teach it. So it's super simple on both the 5-in-1 for clients and the 5-in-1 for health coaches. It's so brilliant how they've made this so simple and such an easy transition. So does everybody get what I'm saying around that in really teaching people how to refer without making this something it's not? I mean, we're not one of those. We're not, that feels weird. And you want to really make sure that you have the integrity. And, clearly, when you get to be seasoned enough in this business, and I went pro a long time ago. I am a professional, and I am literally bulletproof. And if you can stand in that and be bulletproof and be sincere, honest, vulnerable, and transparent, and know that what we're doing is simply helping people get what they want. We take them from where they want to be, or where they are, to where they want to be. It's that simple. We happen to have the vehicle to do that. And we are going to get America healthy. And we're going to do that because we have a lot of people that are putting health as a priority in their life. And we know that life happens and people can't be perfect, but we can help them make subtle changes in their life to be successful long term. That's what we do. Can I get an amen in the house?
Amen.
Anyway, does anybody have any questions before we wrap up the call tonight? I had like a list of stuff to talk about, and I know that there's certain things that come up that happen to be at any certain time, like from week to week. I know we all of a sudden have different subjects. But does anybody have something that's going on that they're curious about, that they'd love to talk about real quick? Okay, well, just so you guys know, I've got everybody on the phone here. Get with your business mentor. It's the first of the month. I know that I've been going through my list of coaches and calling people and letting them know that I've got some great ideas to help their business explode if that's their desire. And it's the first of the month. Let's take this and go for it. So so if you have not made an appointment with your coach, just go ahead and reach out to them. Text them, let them know that you're interested in doing that, and we'll be here for you. Open door. And for anyone, whether whoever, if you feel you want some extra support, my door is open. I'm a phone call, a text away. So with that, if we don't have any more questions, let's go out there and get America healthy.
All right. Thank you,
everyone.
Thank you. Julie, this is Lizzie. I just want to let you know I logged on.
Oh, hi. That's awesome.
Hi.
I'm so glad you got on.
Yeah.
We have